we're going to make use of this equation that is given to us to substitute and replace all the x so that we can carry out integration according to what we are taught in our syllabus. So we are going to be replacing all the e to the power of x by u. I'm going to rewrite this as 2 over e to the power of x. This, I'm going to change it to 1 over e to the power of x. So all this e to the power of x, I'm prepared to replace them by u. As for dx, in order for us to replace dx, we will try to maybe first make x a subject. X is going to be equal to ln u, and dx du is equal to 1 over u. And this is such a good notation that it helps us to imagine it as if dx can be replaced by 1 over u du. So that is exactly what we are going to do here. This is going to be equal to the integration of 2. Let's take it out of the integration notation, leaving us with a 1 in the numerator. And then here is going to be u minus 1 over u. And dx, we are going to be replacing it by 1 over u du. And this is going to be equal to, if I were to take this denominator, multiply by this entire denominator, we will have a 1 over u squared minus 1, then du. And as for this that is here, in order for us to integrate this, we can either do a partial fraction, or we can actually use the formula that is inside our formula sheet, which is this that is here. So if I were to look at our formula sheet, we have one such formula here that is definitely useful. It is going to be this one that is here. Okay, it is the result of what we will get even if we were to do a partial fraction again. So let's try to use this result directly. It is going to be 1 over 2a. And if I were to treat 1 as 1 square, then a is going to be equal to 1. So it will be 1 over 2 times of 1, then ln modulus of u minus a, which is 1, over u plus a, which is 1, then plus c. And let's not forget that we are going to write our answer in terms of x, so we will want to re-express all this back with x. U is e to the power of x, so this is e to the power of x minus 1 over e to the power of x plus 1. Then this plus c. This is for the first part. Let's move on. Let's take a look at the next part of the question. So in this part of the question, we are going to try to integrate cosine x sine 3x. And in order for us to be integrating this, we will need to try to re-express this. And to re-express this trigonometric expression, we are going to seek help from identities. And in our formula sheet, we do have a list of identities. And I think one of the identities that will enable us to do some re-expression for this will be the very first identity here, treating a as x, then b as 3x. That will help us to do a simulation based on this, cosine A, sine B, cosine A, sine B. So if I can just write A as x and B as 3x, we will have sine x plus 3x. This is equal to sine x cosine 3x plus cosine x sine 3x. And if I were to write the other version, which is going to be sine x minus 3x, this will have a sine x cosine 3x minus cosine x sine 3x. And the reason why we are doing this is because if I can simulate this cosine x sine 3x, then if I were to treat this as maybe equation A, treating this as equation B, if we were to take equation A minus away equation B, on the left hand side, it's just simply going to be sine of 4x minus away sine of minus 2x. And on the right hand side, this will disappear. This minus this is going to be equal to 2 times of cosine x sine 3x. So based on this, we can then make cosine x sine 3x the subject, which is going to be this divided by 2. And as for this sine negative of an angle, it's going to be negative sine of an angle, specifically this. Okay, specifically this is negative sine of 2x. So negative times negative is going to become positive. So we will have here a sine 4x plus sine 2x divided by 2. And we are going to be making use of this to try to replace this in order for us to integrate cosine x sine 3x. So let's do the replacement. It is going to be now integration of, here we will have 1 over 2. Then it is a sine 4x, then plus sine 2x dx. Half, let us just take it out of the integration notation. And when we try to integrate sine 4x, integrating sine 4x is going to be minus 1 over 4 cosine 4x. And integrating sine 2x is minus 1 over 2 sine 2x. So this plus c. I think this can be a good enough answer, or if you want to, you can also try to factorize out, let's say, negative 1/4, giving us a minus 1 over 8 of cosine 4x plus 2 sine 2x, then plus c. This is for part 1, and we are going to be making use of this result for the second part of the question. And for the second part of the question, it looks very similar to this, but now we have a modulus in the integration notation, and it is a definite integral. Let me write it down here. So we are expected to integrate from pi over 6 all the way until 3 pi over 4 of something that is like this, except that cosine has a modulus. So modulus of cosine x sine 3x dx. Okay, let's try to integrate this. And we're going to make use of the previous result. And how we are going to be making use of the previous result is to try to do an analysis of this. And my suggestion is to try to draw a graph of this, treating definite integral as one that you are integrating along the graph. So for example, I'll draw a graph of y is equal to the modulus of cosine x sine 3x first. And if I were to draw this graph on my graphing calculator, I'm going to be getting a graph that is something like this. Let me just draw it here. So if we have this, then we have something that is like this, coming down, going up, a sharp point here, coming back down again, going back up, and then coming down. Okay, it is going to be continuing both on the left and right hand side. And if I were to try to look at the definite integral being represented here, it is an integration from pi over 6, and pi over 6 is somewhere here if you were to press it into your calculator. So somewhere here, all the way until 3 pi over 4. And 3 pi over 4 is somewhere here, this 3 pi over 4. So we'll be integrating along this graph, but we will not be able to use our calculator. I mean, of course, if we can, we would have pressed this into the calculator, right? So we are trying to integrate this a bit manually, okay? And we need to make use of the previous result, which is just cosine x sine 3x without the modulus. So what we will do next is we will try to draw another graph, y is equal to replacing modulus by plus, then we will have a cosine x, then sine 3x, and this will be giving us a graph that looks something like this. Okay, it will swing up here, and it will come down, going back up, coming down again, then there will be a minimum point going back up again. And we will also draw another one, which is y is equal to replacing the modulus by negative. Okay, basically we are removing this modulus, replacing it by plus and minus. So it will be minus cosine x sine 3x. Basically these two graphs, they are just reflection about the x-axis. Okay, so if I were to draw this still using my GC, using my graphing calculator, or I can just simply do a reflection, it is going to be something like this. So here it's going to come down, going up, small little hump, coming back down again, going back up, then come down. Okay, something like this. So they are reflection. And the thing is, if you were to compare this to this, then we can see that this portion here, all the way until here, let me use another color. So this portion here, all the way until here, it is actually exactly the same as this portion here, all the way until here. Okay, so based on this, we can see that, okay, if I were to try to go from pi over 6 all the way until here, and if you press into your graphing calculator, this is pi over 2, which is actually also this point over here, pi over 2. So this portion can be simulated by this. And as for this portion, this other portion here, if you were to trace my red marker here to here, it is actually the same as this portion to here. So it is going to be from pi over 2 all the way until somewhere here, which is 3 pi over 4. So this portion is the same as this portion that is here. which means that now we can have another way for ourselves to re-express this. Instead of integrating this directly from pi over 6 all the way until 3 pi over 4, which has a modulus which we cannot apply any of our integration technique, neither can I apply what we have in the previous part. But with a bit of improvisation that is like this, using our graph, we know that this portion here, okay, in the beginning, this first portion here can be simulated by us trying to integrate from pi over 6 to pi over 2 of this, which is going to be cosine x, then sine 3x. Then the other portion, this later portion, can be simulated by this, which is going to be integrating from pi over 2 all the way until 3 pi over 4 of minus cosine x sine 3x dx. And now we can make use of the previous result because we have already done our integration for an expression that is like this. So for this that is here, we can actually make use of the previous result, which is minus 1 over 8 cosine 4x plus 2 sine 2x. Let me use a curved bracket here. So like this. Okay, and we are going to be doing a definite integral, so from pi over 6 all the way until pi over 2. Negative, I'm going to take it off the integration notation, so it'll be minus. So we'll be integrating from pi over 2 to 3 pi over 4 of the positive of this, since negative is already out. And to integrate this, we again have this result. So it is going to be minus 1 over 8. And we will have a cosine 4x plus 2 sine 2x. Okay, we are using the previous result from pi over 2 all the way until 3 pi over 4. And if you were to substitute the numbers in during an evaluation, you will get your final answer as 3 over 16.